Well, good morning, everyone. I'm David Paul. I'm the Managing Director of VectorVest here in the UK. On my travels this morning, so I'm speaking to you from a hotel bedroom. First trip in about 15 months. So we'll start off with the UK. And as you can see, the market timing, VectorVest market timing chart of the UK is positive. Those green and red triangles mark the longest term trend on VectorVest, which we call a confirmed call. And that confirmed call has been up since the 11th of November last year. So that's about 6 months now the trend has been up. Over the last few days, the short-term trend has joined the long-term trend, and we've had a really good period. And certainly the stocks that I've been following for the VectorVest customers, when I do my weekly session, have all prospered well in this period. So I have 5 stocks that I believe should do well if the general market keeps moving upwards. And the first one is Lion Trust. And Lion Trust I've been holding since last April, since the confirmed call up in April 2020 after the sell-off, the COVID sell-off. Now, the green thick line above the price, that's the VectorVest valuation. So you can see the share is undervalued by the VectorVest program. And the blue line study is earnings per share growth. And as you can see, over the last, 15 months now, earnings per share has been growing strongly. Recently, the share broke out, and it's now trading sideways in what technical-oriented traders would refer to as a bull flag. It's a bullish formation, folks, and it's pulled back to kiss the last old tops. It's down a little bit this morning at about £15. I think that if you see it breaking out through the top line defining the bull flag, that would be a fairly low risk buying opportunity. And I haven't added in that share as yet since last April, but personally, if I see the share breaking out of that bull flag, I should be adding to that position. This is Kenos, and Kenos, as you can see, is making a series of rising bottoms, which technicians refer to as a good trend. Earnings per share is growing and growing strongly. Last week they reported, and I thought their numbers were magnificent. As you can see, the share is pulled back to the last series of old tops. Those of you that are Fibonacci oriented traders, the low of a few days ago, in fact, was a 78% retracement of the last range. And although I haven't put volume on there, ladies and gentlemen, the share pulled back on falling volume. And over the last day or two, when it's been trying to rise, it's been rising on rising volume, which is a good sign. So that would seem to be a low risk buying opportunity in this IT stock. Now, BlackRock World Mining, I've been holding for quite a long time. I think over the last 6 months, all our VectorVest customers have done really well in this stock. It's got all the usual suspects in there: Anglo, Rio, Newmont Mining, all the large Rio Tinto, all the large miners around the world. And it's done very well as the gold price has gone up, and especially as the copper price has gone up. It's pulling back in a falling wedge pattern, and that is a bullish pattern. And I think if we see a breakout of that pattern, we'll see another strong move up in this particular stock. I intend personally to add to it if it breaks out of that falling wedge. Games Workshop. Again, VectorVest oriented traders have been in this share since last April. I've added to it twice at the lows. It pulled back and kissed an old top. I added there. It pulled back again and charted a double bottom. And those of you that are familiar with my work will know that a double bottom, which occurs after a strong drive up the page, I look upon as a very bullish phenomena. And it's what a chartist of yesteryear named Richard Wyckoff would have called a Wyckoff spring. And at the moment, the share has broken up to a new high. It pulled back a little bit and tested those highs yesterday. But it looks to me as if the share has got an awful lot more legs. It's got a cult following. And I think it's the one UK company that's got a following rather similar to the people who follow the Apple products, very, very dedicated followers. And the last one is a share that I've been holding personally, and VectorVest customers have been holding since under 50 pence, and it's nearly gone up 3x since that. It pulled back the other day. It pulled back to a fairly easily discernible trend line, which was also a 78% retracement of the last range. And it pulled back on falling volume. And over the last day or two, it's been powering up on rising volume. And it looks to me as if there's an awful lot more legs in Sylvania Platinum. Again, it's a function of the platinum price, and anything with a commodity in it is much, much more difficult to forecast. So there's, we just have to be a bit more careful and manage risk proactively there. Nevertheless, as it pulled back 2 or 3 days ago, that was a great time to add to that position. Which I did. So I'm fully loaded in SLP. So all the shares I've talked about this morning, I have positions in myself, and I have added to those positions a couple of times since last April. Across the other side of the Atlantic, the S&P 500 is in fact stuck at the 4,200 level, and it's in fact being battling in that level now for about 10 days. The volatility yesterday was so low, and the volumes traded were so low that I had to check that my internet was working, because over the last month or two, the volatility and the volumes have been huge. I suspect that everything's on hold until the jobs report on Friday, and that's clearly that's tomorrow. So I can't see much happening today. Sooner or later, as the S&P breaks out of that 4,200 level, it's going to move very strongly indeed, and tomorrow will decide the fate of that market. VectorVest reckons the short-term trend of the American market is up, the underlying trend is up, so with any luck it's going to break on the upside. I have several positions in the American market, and I won't take any more positions long of US stocks until the S&P breaks one way or the other. I hope you find that useful, folks. Anybody that wants to take a 30-day trial of VectorVest UK, well, you can do that for £5.95. Just go to the website. I'll be holding a Monday afternoon question and answer session on VectorVest, and anybody who wants a free listen, just email me, david.paul@vectorvest.com, and I'll send you the link. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.